and gentlemen, what is touted as, thank you very much. Yes, we should clap for what we're about to do. And what I'm really proud about being in Mumbai is कि अब हम इसको हिंदुस्तानी सिनेमा, इंडियन सिनेमा से सेलिब्रेट करेंगे. उसी थॉट पे तालियां हों क्योंकि आज हमने एक हिंदी जो ट्रेलर देखा है of technically what started as a Malayalam film is going to be released in 5 languages, and we should clap to that, to the bhavna of being Indian cinema. Can we please put our hands together? And I'd like somebody who makes this look as grand as he does with his distribution. इससे पहले कि हम किसी से भी बात करें about this very, very epic film, may I please request Anil Thadani to join me on stage, who does a splendid job with everything that he does for cinema. And being a Mumbaikar and being from this city, Anil, I'd like you to present a bouquet to all our lovely guests who have come across today and joined us from God's own country. Of course, sabse pehle, Laletam, Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Shri Mohanlal sir, please join us on stage, sir. Woo! Up next, of course, the director and the actor in Mr. Prithviraj Sukumaram. Thank you so much, Ashirwad Cinemas ke Anthony Perrin Bevur and Shri Gokulam Movies ke Shri Gokulam Gopalan ji. Please join us on stage, sir. And somebody who commands her space, Shri Manju Warrior, who is as elegant, as beautiful, as resplendent, and as powerful in this one. And Mr. Indrajit Sukumaram, please join us on stage. Thank you so much for being here with us. ये जो आखिरी नाम है, मैं चाहती हूँ कि इंडस्ट्री में हमारे राइटर्स को ऐसा ही दर्जा मिले. What an absolute legend of a writer. Mr. Murli Gopi, please come up on stage and thank you for giving us such fantastic stories and films that we can celebrate for years on. Thank you, everyone. May I please request you to take your seats? Thank you. मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल, of course, Shri Mohanlal ji ko hai. Sir, may I call you Lieutenant Colonel? Is that allowed, since you have been conferred that, being the first Indian to have actually? Let's clap to that. Big salute to everything that you do and in the spirit that you do it. लेकिन मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल आपके लिए यही होगा, to do a film of this level where it is the biggest budget film and you've done so many, this one giving us an IMAX experience, do you feel like that same Mohanlal who started his career, do you get the butterflies still in the stomach and do you feel excited before a film releases?
I'm having butterflies now itself on the stage. It's a beautiful journey of 47 years, and to make a film like this is not an easy thing. We call it as pan-Indian, but this is a real pan-Indian film. We tried to make it a pan-Indian film long back, called Jazaya Kalapani. It was our production. So it was our dream to make a film like this. And finally, Prithviraj, thank you, Prithi, for making a wonderful, it's a magic. This is not a film, actually, this is our sweat and blood. And we have come out with a trilogy, and we started with Lucifer, and this is EMPURAAN, and we'll come out with another film. And I don't know, I don't want to speak more about this film because I think our film will speak to you. Yeah.
You've worked in all the languages, जिसमें ये film release हो रही है अभी. The Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada. And now to have a film that's being released in all these languages must give you a big high, right?
That was our dream, like to associate with all the actors, and we want to make a film like that, like Ocean 11 or something like that. All the actors, top actors together. Not, I mean, the top means it's in a different aspect. Like people should meet, and we should make wonderful films. We can make unbelievable films. India can make, And this is like a gate crash for us. We are trying to come out with something big from our state. Entity-wise, it was Kerala. They call it as a small industry, but we have done so many things. Like a couple of times I've told this, we made the first CinemaScope, process 70mm, 3D, first co-production, and now first IMAX from Malayalam. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to the audience. Thank you to the people who are going to watch the film, because the kind of reception for this film is unbelievable. We did a teaser launch in New York, in Times Square. People are waiting to watch this film. This film has got a magic, and let the Almighty decide the rest of the thing.
The Almighty was known to have come in the midnight hour, and so did this movie. Yesterday, the trailer had to be launched forcibly online. The madness and the craze of the fans, sir.
Yeah.
Do you ever go online and read वो क्या कह रहे हैं आपसे, and what do they want to share with you for the excitement of the movie? Have you read ever? Do you actually go online?
We used to watch the film. I want to watch this film with the audience. So we are going to watch this film on 27th, early morning, 6 o'clock. Yeah, in Cochin. Yeah. We have to, definitely we have to respect the audience also.
Yeah.
So it's a great moment for us also to watch a brilliant film like this with the audience. Thank you.
So grateful that you're here amongst us in Mumbai city. I am going to move on to somebody who shocked us with his transformation. I don't know, Prithviraj, what to say to you, except that cinema has always taken a step ahead from the Malayalam world when it comes to Sir, and now you, with all the endeavors that you take. Can we all put our hands together for him taking us to Oscars? Never happened before. In Best Film category, it was there for the first round. What an amazing film. And I'm taking this moment to share that we really were immersed in that world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just the weight of doing a film of this magnitude with somebody who is G.O.A.T himself. Just asking you, does that give you the jibbies? I know this is the third time aap unko direct kar rahe hain, but is it a very big responsibility for you, and has it eased down over the 3 films, or has it gotten tougher aapke liye?
Directing a film is never easy. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of decision making. It's constant, thought process on putting together a giant film, especially when you're doing something like this. But when we got together and decided that we are going to follow the huge success of Lucifer with a second part to what has always been conceived as a trilogy by Mr. Murali Gopi, the writer sitting here, I knew deep down that for the second part of the franchise, the ideation and the conception that I had in mind is going to be extremely challenging to pull off as just a Malayalam film. Because the scale at which we have attempted this and the canvas against which the story needs to be told is really the deep end of the waters for our industry. We have not tried to do something like this before. So there is nothing for us to fall back on. Very much like Sazae Kalapani, like Sir did so many years ago. We really didn't have a precedent to look upon and learn what could go wrong or what is the right way to do it. We didn't know. I remember 2022, I think, I flew to Sir's office in Dubai, and that's where I gave him my first narration of this film, of Empuraan. And 50% of my heart was telling me, he's going to listen to the narration. My producer, Mr. Anthony Perumbavoor, is also there. And they're going to very politely tell me, listen, fantastic, great to be dreaming like this, but you'll have to let go of this one because it's not going to be possible. But as soon as I finished the narration, he told me, we are doing this, now let's go for dinner. So that confidence is what really spurred me on. And then I remember all through the dinner, it was me reminding him, but you realize, right? I mean, this is like, So I kept telling him, but you realize this, I need to travel to 6 countries. I said, yeah. And this is like this, yeah. And we have the sequence where there's, the helicopter, that. And he said, yeah. So the confidence that himself and Mr. Anthony Perumbavoor gave me is the reason why we are all sitting here today. Secondly, see, with people like Mr. Gokulam Gopalan backing us, thankfully Malayalam cinema is today at a place where we can think of big budgets and big canvases because people like him who are truly passionate about cinema, Right from, I don't know if you know of a film called Prithviraj with the great Mammootty sir leading it. You know, Mr. Gopalan used to think of films like that back then, which was again unheard of in Malayalam in terms of its budget, its scale. But he used to do it because he believed in it with conviction and he truly loved cinema as an art form and a medium. So budgets are now maybe accessible for us with people like him backing projects like these. Where we used to fail, I believe, as an industry, is in setting up a structure where we can then bring our cinema to people across the country and across the world. Malayalam always has had an illustrious heritage of making fantastic cinema, but I think we were lacking, and I've said this to my friends in the Mumbai media before, where we were lacking is our ability to properly go through an exhibition network and bring it to theaters across the country and across the world, which has been evolving at a frenetic pace, thankfully, recently, which is where people like my dear friend, Mr. Anil Tadhani, comes into the equation, because he has one of the strongest distribution networks in the country, you know, and thanks, Anil, again, for that one midnight phone call from me, and just saying, yeah, okay, Prithvi. And, you know, I promise that Malayalam cinema will now continuously be bugging you. But it's really kind of him to show the kind of faith that he has in this film and in me. And, you know, it means a lot to us that when we make a film with such aspirations from one part of the country, and we dream of being able to take it to every corner of the country and the world, that distributors like himself, like companies with such heritage like AA Films, then put their conviction on us and throw their weight behind us and tell us, now let's go all out. You know, that's what really matters. That's been the change, actually. That's where we have really sort of started flourishing as an industry. So there is Anil for North, and there's very dear friends of mine, Hombale for Karnataka, and Gopalan sir is distributing it himself in Tamil Nadu. And Andhra Telangana, again, a close friend of mine, Mr. Dil Raju, is distributing it. And in Kerala, of course, we have the market leaders, Ashirwad Cinemas. And across the world, from the UAE GCC to North America to Europe to Asia Pacific, we have managed to tie up with absolutely top-rated, top-of-the-line leading distributors to bring this film to theaters across the world. So I really hope that this becomes a very accessible piece of cinema for everyone around the world. And if that is indeed the case, and if this will then go on to hopefully do well and set a benchmark, this could be the beginning of a lot of things for Malayalam cinema, which in turn would mean a lot of things for our overall aspiration of eventually amalgamating into this giant Indian film industry. So let's hope we're on the right direction.
That's beautiful, but what you see as a vision and how you've actually taken it every step at a time beautifully. After GOAT, it must have been a challenge because physically you were actually nurturing an injury and you had the physicality of your own involvement in this one. How did you toy it all? And I believe the love of fans is what has helped you through.
So, yeah, I mean, just before beginning to shoot this film, I was wrapping up another film as an actor. And I got seriously injured while shooting an action sequence. And I had to go through a really complicated knee surgery. And anyone who's done a complex ACL, meniscus, PCL surgery will know that the rehabilitation recovery process is quite complex and it's very challenging on your mind, especially for someone like me who's very physically active and out there and very busy. It's very challenging. So I was at my rock bottom, and I truly believe the reason why I'm back at 100% today is because I forced myself to start shooting this film. And guess what? The first schedule we shot at minus 12 degrees Celsius at 12,300 feet above sea level in Ladakh. No oxygen, bitingly cold, and one of the most challenging sequences to pull off for the entire film. But I think what happened was when I started shooting the film and I got involved with it, it really sort of pulled me through and it kept me motivated and it kept me wanting to go back to set, and I was really thrilled about what was happening in front of me on the monitor. So I think I should really thank Mohanlal sir, my producers, and the fact that this film happened at that particular time, because it really helped with my rehabilitation, I think. It was like my personal doctor. Yeah.
It was the boost that you needed to feel like the magic of being behind the camera to direct, sir.
Yes.
Tell me honestly, do you still feel like the fanboy, you know, directing him, being an absolute legend of an actor yourself, just to see that magic unfold in front of the camera when you're seeing him there?
I can promise you, there really isn't a Malayali who's not a Mohanlal or a Mammootty fan. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't. So these two gentlemen are no longer just actors or stars for us. They are deeply ingrained into our systemic cultural thinking. So for any Malayali, yeah, I mean, we might just sit across a coffee table and argue about who's better. Oh no, he does comedy better, he does that better, he does this better. But these two guys, we love them. And there really isn't a Malayali who'll go back and say that I'm not a fan of Mammootty and Mohanlal. We all are.
You have traveled the length and breadth of this world to get the right places. I believe you did the recce yourself. What has been a favorite spot? You actually went there, saw what you wanted. आपके लिए कोई एक favorite जगह रही है, and that memory that you want to share with us?
I mean, I'm not going to claim that I did it all by myself. I had a wonderful team. My team of assistants and my production design team, my cinematography team. I've said this before. The team that worked with me in Lucifer and the second part of Lucifer, which is this film, Empuran, I honestly, truly believe is a team that is good enough to pull off a project of any magnitude in any industry, in any place in the world. So I'm lucky, I'm blessed to have a team that backs me that way. And for this film, I was especially lucky to have a group of wonderful actors who understood my film, who understood what Murali is written, who comprehended each moment of the character arc themselves, and gave me absolutely stunning performances. A lot of them are sitting here. Abhimanyu and Shubhangi, Nikhat, so many of them, Aishwarya, so many of them are sitting here. Behzad, all these guys, I don't know how, I'm assuming these guys are familiar to you because they're all from the Hindi film industry. But I'm going to put my head out there and say that I'm proud of the fact that a lot of these guys, if they ask them which is your best performance over the last few years, I think they might pick this film because they're all that good in the film. So yeah, I was blessed with a wonderful team. But yes, when we set out to do this film, I was very particular that I'm not going to make this a green mat film. I will not make this a studio film. I had decided long back that I'm not going to have my actors stand in front of a green mat and shoot the scenes like that. And that's one of the first things I told Mohanlal sir also, that I want to go to real locations, actual filming locations, and capture everything in real. So which then meant that because of how the film is written and because of how the story traverses, I had to spend a very long time in finding these locations, which took me almost 2 years of traveling across the world. If I had to pick one favorite location of all that I shot this film in, I think both sir and me, we loved Santa Fe in New Mexico. We shot quite a few elaborate sequences in the US. And of all the locations in the US that we traveled to, I think Santa Fe in New Mexico was very, very inspiring for a filmmaker because that's how the place looks. Plus, yeah, I mean, that's very close to the Oppenheimer site. So Oppenheimer had just released, or was about to release, and all the hype was about that film when we landed in Santa Fe. So we got to go around and see the place and all that. So that's a memory that I'll carry.
Thank you so much. I'm going to move on to our producer, sir. Gokulam ji, how happy are you with the production of this mega film, the biggest one coming from Kerala, sir? Please tell us, how do you like the production of the film? How is the product looking to you? Gokulam ji?
Welcome all of you. I believe in God. God is blessing me and so many angles. For me, God is everything in the universe which tends to produce a fine personality. In this subject also, I got a chance to present my personality because I love Mr. Mohanlal and Prithviraj and other all people, including Manju and all actors, and including Mr. Anthony Perambavar. As far as so many, 2 years back, we discussed with Anthony Perambavar when we are discussing all about the cinema and all. But last moment, I failed to join this joint. Last moment, so what I told you that I believe in the God. Last time, these people told me to join this production, and I joined. Definitely, I believe this picture must be a very glorious and very famous throughout the world, I believe. Uh, Thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we are so proud that you are making the medium to actually get these stories out there in a big way. I'm going to move on to Indrajit. Indrajit, you want to tell us to be in the company of your brother? आप बचपन में fight करते थे. What was it like? And now you're going to be on the set.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
No, we have worked in a lot of films together as actors, and Lucifer was my first film with him as a director-actor combination. It was wonderful working with him, and I've always spoken in my interviews. He's one person who's got very good clarity about what he wants to do, what he wants out of his actors. And him being an actor himself, he's very specific about how an actor should talk, walk, behave. So which means, he's very communicative with the actors. So in a way, it's quite easy for the actors to just operate what he says. And it's been a wonderful journey from Lucifer. Like he mentioned, there's a trilogy. We have 3 parts, so this is the second one. So Lucifer was probably like an extended cameo because the number of scenes I had was very less, but then I'm doing a lengthier version in this one, and I hope it's going to be even bigger in the next one.
So excited for that. And like I've been saying, writers are the reason that we can celebrate a great film. I just genuinely want to know, आपने इतने amazing scripts लिखे Murli. I'm going to ask you quickly, in this one, what was a challenge? Because like Gokulam sir said, that it's presenting God in a way, and the story is just of a huge magnitude. Was it tough for you, especially because you have to challenge yourself from the success of the first?
Good afternoon. I'm actually at a great loss of words when I'm asked to speak at pre-release functions like this, because it is like mothers talking about their children. So I would just say this. I hope it is safe to say that many of you present here, if not all of you, have seen the first part of this movie, first part of this franchise. So that is the baseline of what we are going to see here as this film. That provides the baseline for all that is going to happen in this franchise with this film and the conclusive part of this franchise. So I just hope it's going to be a great experience.
Oh, he is choking up on his words. This is so emotional, I think, for you. Thank you so much for doing what you do and to the depth at what you do it.
Thank you.
Because I think it's the toughest part to put it out in paper and then for it to translate the way it does.
Yeah, it's very tough to talk about this, especially as a writer.
Kind of you to share some words. Nevertheless, somebody who is like a phoenix, Manjuri, I met you earlier, and I just want to say you are resplendent and aglow with your powers and energies of just your presence. Let's just clap to that spirit that made such a fantastic comeback. And with everything from your dance to your legacy of acting, please tell us, what does it mean to be part of this with the greats?
Hello, everyone. Sitting here, I can't think of any other emotion than gratitude. Being part of a good film is any day a pleasure, but when it is such a good, this film, a film with such grandeur, such style, such anticipation, it's a whole different level of excitement is happening inside me. I just have to thank Mr. Prithviraj and Mr. Murli for trusting me with Priyadarshini, and of course Shri Anthony and Shri Gopalan sir and the wonderful cast and crew for making this film look like what you're seeing it now. And I really hope everyone loves the film while watching it, and it's going to be a great experience watching this film in theaters.
What I love about your film trajectory is that you actually played his biggest fan in a movie called Mohanlal, and then you're here, like standing up against him with all this power and might.
Yes, of course. Working with Lalaton is any day a blessing for any actor. So I've been blessed to have worked with him in few films, and I can proudly say that most of my appreciated, noted, and loved performances and roles have been with him. So I should thank him for the amazing space that he has given me as a co-actor. It's any day a blessing, and I would never be satisfied with the number of films that I get to do with the mega legend like Lalita.
You shine in your own fine way, but do your people back home say, wow, she's shooting with the Mohanlal and the Prithviraj? Does that happen to you even now? Because, you know, he's loved and respected at that level.
Of course, yeah. But I think I am even more excited than anybody that I know.
Thank you so much. And moving on to my dear friend from Mumbai. Anil, for you, you have smashed it. You're the Sachin of distribution here with the South. What is this love affair and what is this beautiful synergy that you've managed and, you know, done so well?
So on the onset, I'll just like to say that this is a big fan moment for me. I've never worked with Mohanlal sir. This is my first association with him, and I'm truly honored. And I'd like to thank Gokulam sir, Anthony sir for giving me this opportunity. And of course, Prithvi, this is my third film with him, and I just hope that this combination is third time lucky. And I actually woke up early in the morning to see the trailer online, and I just feel that the trailer that I saw in the morning is like a teaser to what I just saw. And Prithvi, you just raised the bar for, I think, the entire Indian film industry. And thank you for this opportunity.
I had the opportunity to speak to some of the cast and crew very luckily because of my dear friend here. And all they had to say was the amount of focal point, the energy with which, the commitment with which everybody on set, there were more than 700 people from the production, and how they stay committed and in that zone is something they're astounded by. So I'm going to hand it over to my media friends to ask questions because I've asked so many, they must hate me for it. But please go ahead and in that
There are also like really important, pivotal members of my cast sitting here. Since we can only put so many chairs on stage, so please direct your questions at them as well. So just wanted to hear.
Sure. Open to the media. Are you ready? Who's going first?
Hi. Hello, Mohanlal sir. Hello. Hey, over here. Mohanlal sir, you mentioned your dream of doing a ocean-style film, and we finally have the pan-India format working in a way where, you know, superstars from across industries are working together. I know beyond Empuran, if you had to put a film together with stars from, you know, across industries, what would be your dream cast? I know you and Mr. Bachchan have had a long-standing friendship, so he's someone I would imagine, but who else?
There's nothing called cast. It's a beginning. It's my love and it's my dream to make a film like that. Nothing called cast. That is then the story has to evolve, then the director has to sit and we have to work. It's a thought. It's a thought process. And slowly we are trying to bring it out. And this is, I told you, this is like a gate crash we are doing. So let it happen. And you should also pray for that.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question for Prithvi. First of all, congratulations for the response to the trailer.
Thank you.
Every one of you, it was splendid. You mentioned something that of the 4 industries that we mistakenly club as South, Tamil, Telugu and Kannada have made inroads in the Hindi belt. Malayalam has, I wouldn't say it has lacked, I would say it has not tried to maybe get out of its bastion.
Yeah.
Do you think it was reluctance or it was more like ignorance? What was it? Which you are trying to rectify here with Empuran?
No, I'm not trying to rectify anything here with Empuran. I'm just aspiring for a lot of things. When I use words like rectification, it would mean that Malayalam cinema has lost its way. We are doing wonderfully well. You know, we are going through a golden phase in our industry where we are making beautiful films and wonderful filmmakers and actors coming out with splendid performances. So there's nothing to be complaining about as far as Malayalam cinema is concerned. I think maybe ever since this whole phenomenon of cinema traveling across the country and terminologies like pan-Indian and all being coined, theatrical distribution networks have always looked at films that can bring in the first day crowd that will come in with a bag of popcorn and look at it as a piece of entertainment. And Malayalam cinema is not essentially known for big ticket main scale popcorn entertainers, if I can call them that. We are known for making a different kind of cinema, which is yet to find its own space within the distribution theatrical network that we have in this country. I'm sure we'll get there. But having said that, this particular film, that way, is maybe our attempt, as Sir rightfully said, at gate crashing into that phenomenon. This is very much your large scale, big canvas, big ticket, commercial action entertainer. At least that's what I've tried to make. Whether I have succeeded or not, I don't know, but that's what I have tried to make. So maybe we are hoping that this will break a few barriers. This will get a few people to think, hang on, next time a Malayalam film comes to a small screen in Jharkhand, maybe it's worth giving it a try on a weekend. That's what we are hoping for. We dream very big, us down south. And this time I think we have managed to follow it up with some seriously good work. Let's see.
That's what I was just saying, that I want to just clarify that what I meant was I wish to see Malayalam cinema's finesse.
Thank you so much.
Come with the big ticket
I
mass.
am nowhere near the most finessed filmmakers that we have in the wonderful state of Kerala. But I hope this film has a bit of finesse that will appeal to you.
Before I pass on the mic, I have a question for Indrajit as well.
Who?
Indrajit. When he directs you, is there any sort of sibling rivalry there? Or do you submit as an actor?
No, I've always believed that I'm a director's actor, so that includes him too. So whenever I work with him, I just give it to him. I ask him what he wants out of me, what he wants a character to be like. And like I mentioned, him being an actor, he explains everything in detail, like how he wants my eyes to be, how he wants me to look, to walk. I'm sure that's the way he's operated with every other actor too. So in that way, I've always felt that, a director who's very communicative with his actors, it makes the job easier for the actor. And on that regard, I've always enjoyed working with him. He's got so much clarity about things. Not just about acting, about everything. Yeah.
Hi, this is Nayandeep. I want to...
Everyone knows who you are, Nayandeep.
Thank you, sir. Prithvi, sir, I want to correct you. You said that there is no Malayali who's not a Mohanlal sir or a Mammootty sir fan. I think it's no Indian who's not
Thank you.
I
agree.
Mohanlal sir or Mammootty sir fan.
you.
Because even before this whole pan-India things have happened, we've actually loved and adored what you guys have done from the Malayalam film industry.
Yeah, so maybe now it's time for you to buy a ticket and go to the theaters and watch us as well.
I will definitely do it because I just told the team that it's one of the best trailers that I've watched, and I genuinely mean it.
Thank you so much.
My question is to the writer, Murli Gopi sir. Malayalam film industry is one where आज हम लोग इतने बात बोलते हैं कि writers are not given precedence, writers are not given value. I think Malayalam film industry is that one industry where writing has always been the base of any form of filmmaking or project making. And they have given respect to the writers. Today, it's going to be a pan-India project where the whole of India is going to see what you've made. I watched the first part, and I know what you did with the first part. The second part is going to be amazing. The trailer is out. Do you feel that there is a need for this kind of respect to happen all over, like in the other industries? Do you feel that the other industries lack that respect that maybe a Salim Javed had in the Hindi film industry maybe years ago?
You cannot demand respect. Respect has to be earned. That stands good in every other field, including cinema. So what we have tried here, we have not tried intentionally to make a spectacular movie. So the content has to be genuine. So ingenuity of content is what counts. So that is what we stressed upon. Spectacle has to be a part of it, and that is how we looked at it here.
And my question would be to Mohanlal sir also, because sir, we met you in Kerala when the teaser was launched. You have spoken so much about writers and writing and good writing. How does it make you feel today that because of films like this, at least writers are being spoken there on stage, which hardly happens really in some of the screenings and some of the press events as well?
No, I told you that this is my 47th year in films. I had the chance of working with great writers like Padmarajan, M.T. Vasudevan Nair, like Lohita Das, so many. So writing, of course, and especially in Malayalam, that time we have to, films were known for the writers. There was a time. This is a cycle again. It has that entire film industry changed, the making changed, the concept of the film changed. Everything is changed. But definitely there should be a story. After watching the film, you have to take something back to your home. It could be the story, or it could be a scene, or it could be a performance. So here, this is, you can call this an entertainment. Oh, that movie is an entertainer. To make an entertainer is not an easy thing. People should love the entire aspect of the film, the song, story, acting. To bring out that, we need somebody. This is a beautiful congress. So writer is a very important point in the film. And the writer and the director has to decide how to make this movie and how to bring the actors into the frame, how to do it. This is a brilliance. This is a gift of the God. And definitely I'll say, I have said a couple of times, Prithviraj is one of the greatest directors in India now. Seriously, he is going to be one of the top-rated directors India has seen, and this is only a what you can call like a tip of the iceberg. Okay, yeah, let it happen, because that kind of conviction he has got. He sleeps cinema, he eats cinema, he breathes cinema. Always in the film when he is into that mood. Otherwise, he's a naughty person. Okay, thank you.
Hi, Manju. This side, Naveen. Welcome
Hello,
to Mumbai.
hi. Thank you so
Naveen,
much.
this side from E24.
Hi,
So good
Naveen.
to see you.
Thank you.
My question is for you that, like, I have seen your films, and right now you are doing a film in which so many superstars are there. There is Mohanlal sir, there is Prithvi sir, there is Indrajit sir. I want to talk about Abhimanyu and also Nikhat ma'am. They are like such a fab actors. I want to ask you ki itne sare, like, I remember when I was in Kochi and we were talking to Mohanlal sir, हम लोग ये बातें सोच रहे थे कि हम बात क्या करें उनसे जब वो सामने बैठे थे हम लोग उनके ऑ में हम लोग वहाँ पे बैठे हुए थे आई वांट टू आस्क यू कि जब स्क्रीन स्पेस शेयर करती हैं लाइक आपको हमने ट्रेलर में देखा आप एकदम से खड़ी थी और शाइन कर रही थी इतने सारे लोगों के बीच में कैसे आपने ये अपने आप को तैयार किया व्हाट वाज द प्रिपरेशन इफ यू वांट टू से
For this film, my job was very easy because Prithviraj Raju is one of the directors who has utmost clarity and conviction of, as Indrajit already spoke and Lal sir also spoke here, the clarity, the conviction and the confidence that he has and the way he communicates with the actor it just makes your job so easy. You just have to try to deliver what he is expecting from you. So for this film, it was a very pleasurable, very pleasant experience doing this film, and even Lucifer.
So I want to ask you कि इन लोगों में से favorite कौन रहा आपका? फंस गए.
No, that's very hard to say. Each of them is special in their own way, so it's definitely it's impossible to pick one.
Thank you so much.
Hi Prithvi, this is Anita here from India Today. Firstly, a huge congratulations. The trailer looks amazing.
Thank
so
you.
we are booked for 27th of
Thank
March.
you so much. Thank you.
Secondly, I want to know, like Mohanlal just, complimented you for the amazing director that you are. Even Rajamouli sir recently, after watching the action, he called it a blockbuster. I want to know, how does it feel when stalwarts like them, compliments you, and does it boost your, morale to do more work like this?
Obviously, for sure. I mean, for my generation, especially for my generation, the reason we are in cinema must be Mohanlal sir and Mammootty sir to a very, very big extent. Because we grew up watching them. I grew up trying to walk like him. I grew up trying to talk like Mammootty sir. My dad was an actor, but from a previous generation. So when I was in my conscience of being able to be influenced by art forms and cinema, it was just these two guys absolutely ruling the roost like they are today. So they are hugely responsible in us getting inspired to be involved with the medium of cinema. So how privileged am I that today I'm sitting next to him, having directed him thrice, and for him to say such kind words about me as a filmmaker is sort of the biggest award I can ever hope to get. Like a couple of days back, I had the privilege of meeting Rajini sir and showing him the trailer. And in fact, I had an opportunity to make a film with him, which I couldn't pull off at that moment. But the way he spoke to me, what he told me about my work, what he told me after having watched the first part, Lucifer, those are things that I'll forever cherish. If you ask me how many awards have I won, I don't remember. But these things I'll never forget. So of course, I mean, these are priceless for me. Yeah.
Even, how is he Mohanlal sir as a,
He's
actor?
even naughtier than me.
Is he a director's actor?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a, I don't know how to explain this. Sometimes I think it'll be amazing for my friends in the media to actually come and see the process of an actor like Mr. Mohanlal, or for that matter, Mr. Mammootty, because I've worked with him as well, not as a director, but as an actor. I think it gives you so much insight into how an absolute top-of-the-line actor goes through his process or her process, like Manju, for example. I was, Manju, like, sitting here like she's one of us, but she's a legend in her own, I remember, I think what's about 20 years back maybe, I was doing an interview for some channel in Tamil Nadu, and they had asked me, if you ever direct a film, and I had no plans of directing. They asked me, if you ever direct a film sometime in your life, who do you cast in it? I said, Mohanlal and Manju Warrier. I did. That interview, I'm assuming, would still be in online. And here I am. I've cast Mohanlal and Manju Warrier. So it's a privilege. And my wonderful cast from Hindi cinema. A large part of this film happens in North India. So a large part of this film has Hindi as its language of communication. And I'm very particular that all 5 linguistic versions of the film will retain Hindi where Hindi is being spoken. I'm very particular about that because that very much forms, that part of the film very much forms the core flavor of what the narrative is about. So because of that, I wanted to make sure that I cast the absolute best actors I can find from Hindi cinema. And 2 of the finest decisions that I have made in terms of casting for this film is Abhimanyu Singh and Sukant Goyal. Sukant is here, right? No. Sukant? No, he's left. Yeah, that's like him. Anyway, so it's Abhimanyu Singh and Sukant Goyal. They play central characters in my film. Yeah, Abhimanyu plays a central character in my film. And I have to tell you, the first person who told me, listen, I think this guy should be played by Abhimanyu Singh is my writer, Murli Gopi. And which is when I revisited a film, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Gulal. Yes. My God. I mean, why is this? I mean, why are you guys not? What an actor this guy is, man. I mean, it was a joy to shoot him. It was an absolute joy to film with him. And you'll see why when you see the film. You'll see why when you see the film. Nikhat, I know you're in my film for very, very little while, but you know how important you are in the film and what you say is for the film. It was a privilege to have you on location. I did not know she was Amir sir's sister. I know Amir sir quite well. So finally, when the audition tapes came through, and Priyata is here, my casting director, and I said, I'd like her. When I saw her audition, I said, I want her. Priyata, oh yeah, she's wonderful. By the way, she's also Amir sir's sister. I said, really? So then I called Amir sir. And I just want to tell you, he just messaged me asking, is my sister good in the film? So, just now. So I said, sir, she's a lot better than good. So thank you so much. Shubhangi, in a film like this, at a scale and at a narrative structure like this, to have as little screen time as you do, and to make someone tear up, and remember you even when the film finishes, is just amazing. My dear grandmom, where is she? Yeah. She really doesn't look like my grandmom, but what a performance. Love you in the film, I really do. Because I've seen you guys so many times over and over again while editing on the edit table. I keep appreciating all the nuances you have brought out in your character. The finest thing an actor can do is to own the character, bring in your own interpretation to it, and then surprise the filmmaker and the writer. You guys have surprised all of us. Aishwarya, you are in the film for very little while, very, very little while. But you are the pain that carries the film. You are the hurt that drives the film. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being part of the film. Behzad, I know you did this like a favor. You needn't have come to my film and done this role. But thank you so much for traveling all the way to this remote little village somewhere north of Shimla that I took a 600-member unit to and shot the scene. But thank you for coming there, and thank you for being the character, and thank you for voicing those lines, because it took an actor like you to say those lines to convey the fact that what is wrong should be treated and looked upon as wrong. So thank you for it. And same way, there are many actors in my film who's just given me the most wonderful performances. My technical crew, my cinematographer, my production designer, my costume designer, my makeup man, my editor, my creative director, my associate director, my team of assistants, my production boys, my light boys. I do cinema in a way where I believe all of them have equal ownership over my film as I do. And if it were possible, I would have my entire team here, celebrating the fact that we are closing in on a release. But yes, it's just been a wonderful journey for me. And I truly believe that making these 3 films has actually made me a better actor, because I have been let into the processes of so many fine actors, so many fine technicians, and I've learned so much from all of them. All these people together, I think, will eventually make me a very good actor.
Thank you so much.
Last question, and then we'll go in for pictures with all the cast and crew here joining us.
Gopalan sir, this way. Sir, was it always your plan to make this film on such a grand scale?
Because of I know Mr. Prithviraj is a good director and brilliant director. So at the same time, I know the Mohanlal's efficiency in acting and all. So at the same time, but other people, even our Anthony Perambawar also told me that as far as you are joining, then it would be good for the company. So what I joined here.
For more videos like this, subscribe Big TV channel.